Hey, all 50 of you. I'm Toast Lamone, but you can just call me Toasty. Normally, my channel is dedicated to trash gameplay, and it's more of the meme side of the internet spectrum. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. I know that I don't have very many followers. Smash like it's up. Nor do I know how many people this video will actually reach, but heaven help me, I have got to post it. Trials of Osiris. Holy hell, this has been a wild ride. We started our journey through trials on Burnout. With skill and precision, hand cannons and snipers were viable, but we were introduced to the new meta, Hard Light and Revoker. My friends and I put together a trial squad and we went for it, and to be honest, I had an absolute blast playing that first week. Grinding for those first 3 wins so we could turn in our tokens, and then doing our best to kick some butt and hit flawless. That week we never did, but I was okay with that. I left hopeful for the future. I thought to myself, with enough practice, we could hit flawless at least once someday. What I didn't realize is that some of my other friends were not loving trials. Try as they might, they could not hit 3 wins. Despite hours and hours and hours of playing, a few of my friends threw away their 100 of hard-earned tokens and left trials feeling hopeless and defeated. Turns out that was for a pretty good reason. Now we fast forward to Anomaly. This is the map that changed everything. My team spent hours preparing in the Crucible for this map. Like, strategically set up our gear, ran numbers on our armor like some old school WoW raids. We skirmished each other to warm up. One of my teammates had sticky notes all over his computer with notes for the strats we were going to use. And when we finished our preparation, we took our confident strides into the Trials of Osiris for that second week in Anomaly. And we got absolutely, ferociously, and unapologetically crushed. Now I know, Trials is a PvP activity. It's supposed to be hard, blah, blah, blah. I get it. We all get it. The problem is I'm not a casual player. My friends are not casual players. We do our research. We've played hours and hours of comp. We've hit that legend rank several times in survival. I lead in PvP matches frequently. I smash and rumble. I don't claim to be a PvP god or anything. Hell, I stream trash gameplay and relish the times I play like crap because it's funny, but I am definitely above average in the game type. So my friends, if that is the case, then why did we get crushed so badly? Why on earth are we losing to these godly teams at such an alarming rate? Why do we have to grind to close to 100 matches to finally get the loot we wanted, namely the Astral Horizon? Well, I think there are probably 3 big reasons, and you have probably heard them all by now, but I'm going to scream them at you again. 1, loot on the front end and the back end. 2, connection. And 3, cheating. So let's talk about loot for a second. The way that it works in Trials of Osiris is there's a token system, and when you're playing the Trials of Osiris, you get a passage, and the passage has 7 wins and 3 losses. In order to gain rewards, you need to hit at least 3 of those wins out of the 7 passage. After that, rewards will come in spaces of 2. So your first reward comes at 3 wins, your second reward comes at 5 wins, and your last reward comes at 7 wins, unless you go flawless, which means you don't take any losses in 7 wins. Then you get an extra item at the end, and you get to go to the lighthouse and be really cool and special. And the one thing that is important to remember is that you're not actually able to turn in any of your tokens until you hit 3 wins for that weekend. This becomes a huge problem for people who are really, really good at the game, because if there's an item that they want that's early on in the rewards, then they don't even go flawless. They just go to the point where they get the rewards and then farm tokens, which means you have these god tier players who are going around and farming these low to mid tier players because they can. They want tokens. They want to grind for that Astral Horizon quick draw opening shot. That's what they want. That's what they do. But you know what? These teams aren't solely to blame. It's really Bungie's fault, because they've really given no incentive to go flawless other than you get a cool ornament at the end of the week and an extra reward. You get 1 Ascendant Shard. Well, what's the incentive for the big guys to go flawless now? That doesn't give them anything else, so why not just farm those tokens, right? There's no adept weapons. You don't get another Ascendant Shard, so there's really no thing to do other than to farm the tokens, which makes it really difficult for the guys who are just pushing for just 3 wins because they keep getting paired with these god tier players and they just can't get past it. And it's not the god tier players to blame. It's really Bungie's system. On top of that, fix the system on the front end. Create bounties where people don't even have to win in order to get gear, in order to get loot. All right, I remember in D1, you didn't have to do all this token crap. You just got a bounty and you completed the bounty. You didn't even have to win, and then you got whatever. You got some arms or you got a gun, or I don't even remember what the names of the guns were in D1, to be honest. But you got a gun. Really, with those two things in place, you keep the little guys happy, you keep the big guys happy, and voila, you have a whole bunch of people playing Trials. And here's the problem. If you don't fix this soon, Bungie, no one's going to play Trials except for the super sweats, and even they are going to get tired of it. And then you're going to have nobody playing Trials, and Destiny is going to die. Let's talk about problem 2. This one's a pretty simple one. Destiny, Bungie, get your servers figured out. Your connection sucks. Okay? I'm watching guys like MTashed get DDoSed or whatever, or get removed by a beaver code 2 to 3 times in a single freaking Rumble match. I don't understand. Like, where is our money going from this Eververse crap? Because it's clearly not going into connection. Get your servers figured out. Seriously. There's nothing more frustrating than this past Trials. I went with a team that I found 6 wins straight. 6 wins straight. We had 1 mercy, so we were 6 wins, 0 losses. I loaded into that 7th match, and we got connection code beavered. That was my first X. I almost had flawless. I've never been flawless. I'm not that type of player. I just don't have the resources to do things like that. But I was that close, and because of Bungie's error code beaver, I was denied access to the lighthouse. And that is so frustrating. Thing number 3, and this is probably the biggest thing, is I don't know what the deal is with this Bungie. Why the cheaters? The cheating is obnoxious. It is insane. And this is where your real problem is going to lie with Destiny. And it doesn't only affect Trials of Osiris, dude. It doesn't. Okay? I was in Trials, yeah, we get aimbots. Yeah, we get the people who do the million res thing and you can't die, and then, they win the game that way. That's fine. They do it in Trials, and that sucks because for some of us who want to go flawless, it makes it really tough for us, yeah? But the thing is now people are figuring out, ever since the introduction of Trials of Osiris, people have figured out that they can cheat in Destiny. And now they're starting to do it in places that aren't Trials. I just got out of a Crucible grind in the survival playlist where I ran into cheating 3 times within an hour. Last season, I didn't see a single cheater in close to my 5 or 6 resets of Valor. I didn't see a single cheater. But today, within an hour, I got 3 cheaters. And I have examples of them. You can watch them. They're in this video. Here, I'll show them to you right now. Here you go, Bungie. Here's your first example. I'm running around with my team. We're getting started. This is literally the first round of the match in comp. And I'm looking around for my enemies. I'm trying to follow my team around, ready to have a good time. And what happens but some random dude with a shotgun appears out of nowhere and starts teleporting across the map. And just killing people, right? So I immediately think cheating. And look, you can see him appear right there on the left, right? Now watch this. Isn't this funny? He appears, and I punch him to death. Oh, he's still alive. Punch him again. Guess what? He's not dead yet. In fact, I go in to report him, and he kills me right now. Exhibit B. Now, I don't know what you would call this thing, but there's this dude that just sits in the back and emotes, and his buddy has Orwing's Maul, and for some reason has like infinite ammo, just literally spams it at the ground, and if you touch anywhere that's on the ground, you're going to get hit by Orwing's Maul. On the map. Anywhere on the map. And this guy has consistently done this throughout the whole thing. And I don't understand. Look, you can see my other friends have died to that Orwing's Maul. And we continue moving on. See, this is the same match. Here we go. You can see me starting to get damaged by Orwing's Maul or whatever. I try and snipe the guy, and look at him just spamming Orwing's Maul, just shooting it at the ground, and he doesn't take damage, but somehow he just dies, right? And he drops heavy ammo somehow. I don't understand that in the slightest, right? So I go over here to kill his friend with my rocket launcher, and what do I die to? Oh, well, why don't you just go ahead and take a guess? Orwing's Maul. Oh, yeah. It's serious. I go to report this kid, and he's got a blocked off profile. I mean, big surprise. Am I right? Am I right? That brings us to Exhibit C, and it's a trick question, Bungie, because guess what? I ran into the same shotgun idiot as I had played just a few minutes before. How is that for matchmaking, Bungie? there he is, teleporting around the map, just doing his little thing, free willy-nilly, and I start to even try and kill myself before he can get me, and guess what? I can't even do that. I can't even do that. This is so obnoxious that this exists even outside of Trials of Osiris, and this exists because of Trials of Osiris, and because Bungie doesn't have a good enough anti-cheat system. So why does this matter? Ultimately, like I've given you 3 reasons, but in the big picture, why should we even care, right? Why does it matter at all? Well, the thing is it matters because I think the hinges of Destiny being a viable option or game to play at all anymore hinges on Trials success. Right now, Trials of Osiris has brought cheaters, it has brought nothing to the low end or the high end of the community, and if it doesn't get resolved, this game will die. It will die because Trials of Osiris. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but I promise more trash gameplay is coming up. We're going to do all laughs from here on out. I just had to get this off my chest. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.